What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. We are starting a brand new playthrough today. We are going to be playing the remastered version of BioShock Infinite. Now, this version came out with the first two the BioShock games, probably about, I want to say a week or two from when I'm recording this. I picked it up, but I didn't get around to starting it just yet. I had some other stuff I had to take care of. But I finally got around. I'm so excited to play this. Obviously, BioShock Infinite came out, I'm assuming from the copyright, is 2013. I thought it was 2012, but regardless, it came out, what, 4 odd years ago or so. And it is by far one of my favorite games that I have ever played. Definitely within probably my top 10 or top 15 games. I thought the game was great. I was always a big fan of the BioShock series, and I think that's primarily because I was always a big fan of the System Shock series. It was just an awe for me that when I first played the first BioShock game. I was blown away by it. So we're going to be doing a playthrough of this. Now, the reason that we're doing a playthrough of this is that I usually don't play any type of like first-person shooter because of, well, I guess two reasons. Or there's one primary reason. The big thing is that I'm just trying to turn on subtitles real fast before we get started. Audio, on, there we go. Yeah, the big reason why I usually don't do first-person shooters is because they're mostly action-oriented, and usually, you know, you get like 15 or 20 minutes of action and then 3 minutes of story. Usually with story-based games, let me rephrase, I try to play story-based games as much as possible because it allows me to interact with the game. So, you know, person X says, you know, something to person Y, and I can respond to it. But obviously with this, you're just shooting stuff. But the thing about BioShock, especially BioShock Infinite, I guess I should say, is that there's so many, medium, hard, yeah, we'll just do medium. There's so much, I want to call political commentary associated with it. Obviously, anyone that played the first BioShock game, or even you know, I never got around to playing all the way through BioShock 2, but either BioShock or BioShock Infinite, which I played through multiple times.
Okay. Are you afraid of God?
Oh, I'm afraid of God.
No. But I'm afraid of you.
Same thing. But yeah, there's a lot of commentary on politics. There's a lot of commentary on science in these games, which I thought was great.
Are you going to just sit there?
As compared to what? Standing.
So, as you can see, one of the best things about this is that not only is the game, again, so the games were originally made for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, but they went through and basically they kept the 1080p. I think that for the first two BioShock games, they actually refined some of the graphics, so they look a little bit better. BioShock 1, I think, came out in like 2007 or so, 2008 maybe, so, you know, we're about, you know, almost 10, those games are almost 10 years old. But the big thing that, if you can see, is that they upped the frame rate to 60 frames a second, and it looks beautiful.
I suppose he does, but there's no point in asking.
Why not?
Because he doesn't row.
He doesn't row?
No, he doesn't row.
Ah, I see what you mean.
Oh, do you? So, I'm not going to really try to keep my commentary as spoiler-free as I usually do for other games. I'm assuming that if you've played this, I'm assuming that a majority of people have probably played this. Okay, I would like to, yeah, there we go. Yeah, shut up.
Eventually.
Don't be like that. So yeah, they, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, spoilers.
Hey,
So,
somebody meeting me here?
I'd certainly hope so.
It does seem like a dreadful place to be stranded.
oh, that's good.
Maybe there's someone inside.
Pick up silver. Yeah, so I'm assuming that people have played at least BioShock Infinite. First two BioShocks, you know, maybe not. But, you know, Infinite was critically acclaimed, was critically praised, especially the Burial at Sea expansion was seen as just fucking amazing. Now, the one thing that is different is that I first played this on computer as opposed to a console, so I'm not anticipating that many differences. Ask the girl and wipe away the debt.
It's Booker DeWitt. I guess you're expecting me?
Let's see. Use basin. Barely see myself.
Good luck with that, pal.
So yes, the BioShock games were definitely the spiritual successor of the System Shock games. And like I said, I played System... I can't even tell you how many times I played System Shock 2. Just because of the fact that,
Is anyone here?
you know, the game had so many ways to play it. You know, if you wanted to spec into, you know, psychic abilities, or you wanted to spec into weapons. Great. Hello? Okay, nobody on the other line. Be prepared, he's on his way, you must stop him. Now bear in mind, I probably haven't played this game since it first came out, so I'm just kind of re-experiencing it. And of course, the music in this game was great, so it's a mix of old-timey, early 1900s music, plus a lot of pop songs with that early 1900s like vaudeville style covering, which is great.
Shit.
Don't disappoint us. Someone left their cigarette behind. But yeah, the game looks great. We'll know in a second once we take the rocket ship up into Columbia. Money everywhere, just floating around. Dude, if I had $30 in 1912, I'd be like a rich man. Alright,
Card.
so let's see. 1 scroll, 2 keys, 2 swords. Okay. There we go.
What in the world is...
It's like, what was it, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. How do these people off the coast of Maine, like over there, not notice this stuff going down? There we go. I was wondering, I'm like, am I doing something wrong? There we go.
Alright. Looks like they expect me to sit in their fancy chair.
Thank you, self-explaining narrative.
So now...
It's got me.
Make yourself ready, Pilgrim. The bindings are there as a safeguard.
No, God damn it!
There goes my gun.
Ascension in the count of 5. Count of 4.
No.
3, 2,
Gonna get you.
1. Ascension. Ascension.
Just stay calm.
5,000 feet.
Booker, you look a little nervous.
15,000 feet. Hallelujah.
God, I remember seeing this for the first time and just being like, well, this is going to be an awesome game. This was just so amazing and awe-striking when I first saw this. I was blown away. Father Comstock. Who, as the game goes on, it was funny, I saw something online where someone made a comparative, or a comparison between Father Comstock and Donald Trump, about how they're actually the same person, which it's kind of funny because they were comparing some of the politics between the two, and I'm like, wow, that's actually kind of accurate. Led us to this new Eden. Last chance for redemption. And it, like, I can hear the music. I can hear them playing Will the Circle Be Unbroken, or singing Will the Circle Be Unbroken. And it's just, oh god, it's so good. Shall lead the people to the new Eden. It also, you know, something as I'm watching and I'm looking at this stuff, it also plays on, or it's also a commentary on the fact of how gullible people are. I mean, gullible may not be the proper word, but how much people can be convinced of something that they want to be convinced of. They really feel that someone is going to be their savior, their leader, that they can, that, you know, some person can you know, provide for them. They'll do anything for it. Alright.
Excuse me, where am I?
Heaven, friend. Or as close as we'll see till Judgment Day.
Thank you. PlayStation 4 is spinning up a storm. That money, that confession money. Let's see what we got up here.
Love the prophet because he loves the sinner.
I should probably turn on the subtitles for
The
this.
sinner because he is you. Without the sinner, what need is there for a redeemer? Without sin, what grace has forgiveness?
Seed of the prophet.
Our womb shall grow the seed of the prophet. Let me see if I can turn on audio. Dialogue subtitles on. It's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted. Floating combat text. Adaptive training. Difficulty level. Enable hub markers. That's also not what I wanted. I guess there is no way to... That's strange. You'd think that they would let you turn on the subtitles for the Vox phones. When looking at writing on a critical displays this. Maybe that's it. I'm just gonna try it.
Love the prophet
Nope.
because he loves
It
the
doesn't.
sinner.
Alright, oops. So I'm gonna turn that off real quick. Sorry for this, guys. I'll have the episode run a little bit longer. Okay. Oops, I didn't save it. Okay, cool.
Find the exit out of this place.
Yeah, we gotta find an exit.
You. Without the sinner, what need is there for a redeemer? Without sin, what grace has forgiveness?
Lamb, the future of our city. Not gonna. This game looks like it looked great when it first came out. It looks a million times better now. The 60 FPS really like makes it shine. And little side note, the voice of our character here, Booker DeWitt, is actually the same voice of the primary protagonist from Last of Us. What was his name? Joel, I believe? Ah, here we go. The baptism scene. So, anyone that doesn't know is that this game actually received a lot of flack for this scene because what happens is that when you walk down here, you're walking into a baptismal pool. which is, this is very similar to, you know, Baptists and, you know, a lot of different religions have this. I think even a lot of Mormons have this, like these ceremonial garbs or baptism. I'm not a big religious person, in case you guys are wondering. So I only know the information behind it as opposed to the actual ceremonies themselves. But the game itself got a lot of problems, or a lot of attention, because the objective is to find your way into the city. But unfortunately you can't do it without being baptized. So it's basically, the game is forcing religion on you. My initial thought process is that, A, it's a game, and if it's really bothering you, you should probably turn it off. But, you know, obviously, people get upset nowadays for just about anything. Yeah, so they don't let you into the city unless you get baptized.
Come and be clear.
Alright.
Hey. I baptize you in the name of our prophet, in the name of our founders, and the name of our Lord.
Thank you.
I don't know, brothers and sisters, but this one doesn't look clean to me.
He just drowns me out.
Who's there? Who's there?
Bring us the curb and wipe away the debt.
What do you want?
We had a deal to it. Open this door right now.
I told you. Not gonna do
Not
it.
gonna do it.
Go away.
Mr. DeWitt. Mr. DeWitt.
Better open this door. Well, something's gone wrong. Boom. So we got Ben Franklin, George Washington, and Thomas Jefferson? Question mark? Yeah.
That idiot priest needs to learn the difference between baptizing a man and drowning one.
Granted a sword of gold, so that
Need to
even
find a
would
landmark.
So we've got a gold sword, a gold key, and a gold scroll. So I guess that means weapons, diplomacy, and politics.
Above all other nations.
to Father
So as I was saying, I'm not a strongly religious person, and my personal belief is that as long as you're not bothering me, do whatever makes you happy. But like I said, I have done a lot of just, you know, investigating into various religions just because I'm curious what other people think. So I know that, like, with these white gowns or garments that they're wearing, serve various religious significance. Like I said, there's I think there's like a Mormon thing with it too, that not for baptism, but for something about their definition of what heaven is for all eternity, because they believe the soul is eternal, and that you basically, once you go to heaven, you're reunited with all of your family members. Now, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I'm not an expert on any religion. It's just stuff that I've seen / read. Some health. Get some salts. Let's open that door. God, this looks great. So yeah, being that this came with all 3 BioShock games for $60, which is $20 a game, which as far as I'm concerned is a good value. I like the fact, because I'm looking at the box right now and there's a sticker on the box, over $100 in value. I'm not going to break out my calculator, but it's like $100 in value of 2005 money. I mean, I'm pretty sure that you can get all of the games plus the expansions for probably like maybe $80 now on Steam, but whatever, I'm not going to argue with it. Good day, sir. Hope you don't mind me stealing your stuff. And of course, I personally am a huge fan of like anything that happened like between the time of the Civil War till the end of World War I. It's just like, you know, a part of history that I've always really enjoyed. You know, some people are World War II buffs, some people are Vietnam buffs. I'm a what's the not post-colonial, damn, what the hell is it called? It's slipping my mind right now. Shit. During that whole Industrial Revolution time frame. Almost like a steampunk type setup. Which, ironically, I do enjoy a lot of steampunk science fiction. Our prophet. Yeah, there's an achievement for finding all the, or finding a lot of the voice boxes and boxes.
And then the Archangel showed a vision. A city, lighter than air. I asked her, "Why do you show this to me, Archangel? I'm not a strong man. I'm not a righteous man. I am not a holy man." And she told me the most remarkable thing. "You're right, prophet. But if grace is within the grasp of one such as you, how can anyone else not see it in themselves?"
I really wish that they put subtitles in for those Vox phones. But whatever.
Good day, citizen. You're looking fit.
Graphics looking good. God, that was awesome. Even the hummingbird, I mean.
After the victory at Wounded Knee, the angel Columbia did present herself to Father Comstock and show him a vision of the future. And so our prophet led the people away from the sun below.
Wasn't the Battle of Wounded Knee where Custer was killed? No. That was Little Bighorn. What happened at Wounded Knee?
Sorry, pal. You gotta wait like all the rest.
You're not the boss of me.
All clear.
Picking the right event to attend on a day like today is serious business.
Raffle and fair.
Columbia, raffle, and fair. Huh.
Cool. It's looking good so far. I'm digging it. I'll tell you what, guys. I'm going to pause the episode right here. I'll pick it up in the next video. My name has been Joarna, everybody. That's Joarna. And I will see you all next time.